Hello and welcome to the Chronicle Witch. I'm Raven. This week for our Granny Square of the Week, we are doing this Itsy Bitsy Ditsy Daisy. Itsy Bitsy Ditsy Daisy. Try saying that a few times fast. Itsy Bitsy Ditsy Daisy. It's so cute. You can tell why we're calling it that. Look how itsy bitsy it is. It is just a tiny little 3-row square that you can use all on its own, build them up, make them bigger to do whatever you want to do with. You can use it as space fillers. You can put them together to create a bigger granny square. Whatever you want to do, the possibilities are endless. This is the one that we are doing today. So if you would like to learn this very simple, very easy 3-row granny square, just stay tuned. Well, I am so glad you decided to stick around. We are going to, we're going to recreate this one here. So we've just got to start off a granny square, start off with that center little piece. You can either chain 4 and then join the chain in around to create a circle to go into, or you can do the magic loop. It's really up to you. I've just in the last week or so learned how to do the magic ring. Woo! I keep calling it a magic loop. You can tell maybe that I'm a knitter at heart, and there's a technique in knitting called the magic loop, which is something I absolutely love. This is a magic ring. So I'm going to use that. So I've just done the magic ring, and now I'm going to single crochet 8 stitches into this ring. So we are starting off our granny square with a round of 8 single crochets. So that is what we will do here. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I think I've got the right amount on, I'm going to go ahead, pull up a little bit bigger loop, and then I'm going to cinch this down in tight. Of course, if you've done the chain 4 and then connected them, that this is irrelevant. But before I connect it in the round, I'm going to do some counting just to make sure, because sometimes I'm still new. It's hard for me to actually see some of the stitches and make sure that I have the right amount. So hopefully I'm going to go up close enough to where we can see this, and we're going to count here together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave my hook in there while I'm rearranging so I don't have to lose my space. That was 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know this is my first stitch that I want to connect into. So I'm going to put my hook back into that loop and go into that stitch. That to me helps keep me knowing what I'm doing is the right thing. So we've just completed that first round. Look at that. 1 round down, 2 to go. I'm going to cut off my yarn and pull it through. Alrighty. Now we're going to take our second color and join in any of those stitches. And I like to position me doing this little knot. I like to go around the back and through to the left, because I want this thread heading in that direction, because it's easier to hide. That's the reason I do it. For me, it kind of goes against the way I normally tie that little knot, but it's worth it for me to go against it a little bit because then it's laying going that way and it's easier for me to crochet over the top of it to hide it. We are doing puff stitches, which we've done many times before now on our channel. This is just like, wow, it's a really popular stitch. I had no idea it was that popular of a stitch in crochet. So me starting off, I'm gonna yarn over and pull up a big loop, pulling it up really high, and then yarn over in, pull through, then through 2. And we're gonna do that 4 times. Yarn over, in, pull up a loop, through 2. Yarn over, in, pull up 1, and then through 2. That was 3 times. Yarn over, in, pull through 1, pull through 2. Cute little puff stitch. Yarn over, pull through all of them, chain 1 to lock it in, and then chain 1 for good measure because we need a little bit of space in between all these petals. And as you can see, I'm holding this yarn right down in line with those stitches that I'm going into. So we'll do one more before we fast forward, and you can hit pause while you catch up. So yarn over, in, pull up 1, go through 2. Yarn over, in, pull up 1, go through 2. Yarn over, in, pull up 1, go through 2. One more, yarn over, in, pull up 1, go through 2. Then we yarn over, go through all of them, chain 1 to lock it in, and 1 to give us some space. And we are going to continue all the way around, and we'll meet you back at the beginning. We'll see you then. We're not all the way back to the beginning, but I am going to do some counting just because sometimes it's not as clear for me to see when we're working into these single crochets versus when we've started a granny square off with a round of double crochets or other stitches. So I just want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, got 1 left. And see if I pull it apart, it almost looks like I could be going there or there. Like I could legit be making an extra petal if I'm not careful. And that is because this right here is where I joined in the round. So it bears taking note and making sure that you're counting and going into the right places or making the right number of petals. We are at the last petal. We just need to join in the round. So we're just actually going to go right in through the first and second petal and slip stitch them together. I'm going to cut it off and pull it through. Now see how this is like kind of curved up like this and not laying flat? This is the side that I had facing me when I was doing that row. And if I continue on and join my yarn and can keep going around in this way, it'll flatten it out, but my stitch or my flower becomes very flat. See how these ones are very flat? Well, I found the way to fix that to where they kind of puff out like these ones. See how these ones feel a lot more or look a lot more 3D? Well, instead of staying with it up this way, we're just going to flip it over. Boom! Look at that. Flipped it over, and we are going to do the next row from this direction. Now, it does mean we have to, kind of adjust some of our ends and pull them to basically our new back. What was the front is now the back. So we're going to pull all of those yarns to the back. I'll worry about weaving them in later because nobody needs to watch me weaving in ends. That's just silly. But this is now our new front, and we are going to pick any space between these petals to join our yarn. So again, I'm going to join it, and I'm doing my knot so that my green this tail is heading to the left. Easy peasy. All right. And I'm just going to lay that down, along the edge as we go. And we are going to start off in a corner. We're starting off right here in this corner. So I'm going to chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet, and then 2 more double crochets into the same hole. So let me get in there. Pull up a loop, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, that's our corner. Then we're going to do this space up here. Now we want this to be a little bit shorter, so we're creating that square and not continuing in a circle. So we're going to do 3 half double crochets. So yarn over, in, pull up 1, go through all of them. There's our half double crochet. Yarn over, in, pull up, through them all. Yarn over, in, up, pull through them all. Now we're going to do a regular old corner, just like we've done in, I think, every square that we've made. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. Excellent. So we've did that corner. Now we've got a side chunk to do again. So 3 half double crochets. Wonderful. And that's the pattern, guys. We do a corner, we do one side, we do a corner, we do another side. Here we are back at where we started. Because this is a half of a corner, we just need to go in and do 3 more double crochets to finish up that corner. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then we're going to count 1, 2, 3 and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space. And that is it, guys. That one is done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The itsy bitsy ditsy daisy. And I really do think it makes a big difference to flip it over and kind of make what was originally the back side the front side. Really gives those daisies a little bit more life. That was an easy peasy one this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I was able to give you a little bit more tips and tricks on counting and making sure you're, getting the right stitch count and that kind of thing. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you're actually going to make this square or not in the comment section below, or let me know what you would do with this square. If you make up a whole bunch of these squares, what are you planning on doing with it? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great week.